Guys, we are back, and can you believe it's almost April already? This year is just flying by, and today we're talking about Halo Infinite, the state of the game, and how it's been for Halo this year so far. We have seen numerous very large updates. Some have been absolutely terrible, with the cosmetic update 29 that we had earlier this year. Then we had all the map refreshes, so there's 3 separate updates to 3 separate playlists, introducing community-made maps to all 3 of those game modes. And then just a couple weeks ago, we had the massive overhaul to the entire technical side of the game. So much has happened since the start of this year. So today, we're going to talk about it all. This video also gives you guys the opportunity to talk about how you're feeling about Halo Infinite. Are you happy with what 343 is doing? Have you enjoyed the updates so far this year? And what do you want to see for the remainder of the year? We know we're getting the massive Match Composer update. No ETA on that at the moment, but everything 343 mentioned earlier in the year with the very first live stream we had has been completely finished now. 343 mentioned the squad battle, the big team battle, and the Husky Raid updates. They've all now released. We had the brand new map Elevation with all of the low gravity that came to the game. And then we had the map Illusion release alongside all of the Omega Team and Spirit of Fire update. And as the whole community said, where's the content? This is just paid cosmetics in the shop. What are you guys doing? So safe to say a lot has happened to the game. The only thing we know that is upcoming besides the Match Composer, and 343 teased it the other day, is the Yappening 2. I am hoping there's going to be dedicated content, a dedicated playlist, and not just dedicated cosmetics for the Yappening 2 event. Now the Yappening starts on the 2nd of April, which is under a week. We know we're getting a grunt themed helmet, image on screen here, but after that we really have no idea. From all the comments I've been reading from you guys online, a lot of you have said we love the community made maps, they're really fantastic, the Forge community is carrying the game, they're super talented, really impressive what the community can make in the Forge tool. But on the flip side of that, the whole community is like, so what is 343 doing then? The first map that released this year, Illusion, that was made by 343. Everything else has either been community made or done by third-party studios. This might mean that 343 themselves was working on the big networking update, putting all of their resources into getting that out, but more than that, they might just be working on the next game. I would honestly not be surprised if they release the Match Composer and then on 343's end, they're done with Halo Infinite. That's it. No more. They also released the Flood palette, as we still haven't seen that either. But I really think from now until the next game comes out, it's going to be the community, especially for Forge. So lots of Forge maps and a lot of MCC mods, all community driven. Now I wish all of those leaked items, not even the weapons and the vehicles, because I've spoken about them so much, but the maps. There are so many dev made maps that we've seen from the leaks that are 90% finished. Of course, there is a lot more that look pretty rough and would need a fair bit more work. But I remember when we had that huge leak over a year ago now, there was like 2 or 3 brand new BTB maps that were 90 to 95% done. 4v4 maps that were worked on to almost completion, and yet we've never seen them. The game mode VIP has been done for 3 seasons and it has not been released. Putting aside the vehicles, putting aside the weapons, we've seen from the leaks, there is stuff ready to go, and I hope that does come to the game. What I try to think of is ways to get new content to the players' hands without requiring heaps of dev work on 343's part. I love the Forge maps, they're awesome, but I also recognize people want developer-made content, especially if we're seeing developer-made cosmetics. I think there's a balance there, and I've mentioned it before to you guys, and you can't have one without the other. With that said, at the very least, those couple of big team battle maps that are almost finished, get them out. The Falcon, people have been waiting for that for over a year, and the double barrel gravity hammer shotgun, that's a cool weapon, and I hope it makes it into Halo Infinite. Again, we have no idea what 343 is going to release. One massive update for the Match Composer is definitely confirmed, and I'm sure there's going to be plenty of new content updates sprinkled throughout the year. One thing I have been very happy with is that when 343 first spoke about content update 29, and then they released it, and there was cosmetics only, and people were like, wow, is this what we should expect for every content update? The following content updates that 343 then released have been jam-packed with new things for people to play, and that's a really good thing. It also seems like because they're not waiting for seasons, they can get out bug fixes a lot faster now. They don't have to wait for major releases, and on the whole, it seems more efficient in releasing content for the game. In that regard, fantastic. It's a real step up I've noticed, and almost every month there's been something new to play. 343 also thankfully listened to my feedback and put all of the new Big Team Battle maps into Big Team Battle Social. I haven't checked heavies yet, but I'm sure they're gonna do that as well. Stuff like that shows that they're listening, which is great to see. So if there is anyone from 343 watching this video, the whole community wants new weapons, new vehicles, and the developer made maps that were 90% completed. Don't have to design stuff from scratch if you're working on the next game, but at least get out the content everyone wants to see and then move on. As a very quick side note, and I genuinely wonder this, is Halo Infinite an absolute nightmare on the developer side of things? Because I have noticed numerous bugs that 343 has patched 2, 3, even 4 times. For example, the bug when you hit a certain piece of geometry, you completely lose active camouflage. It's there again. It's come back again. I can only imagine it's an absolute nightmare. The only other explanation I can think of is that different builds of the game, different branches, have different patches, and when the retail version moves to a different branch or a different patch, those bugs come back. It is my hope whatever comes next, whatever game comes next, it's streamlined from the get-go and it doesn't release until it's in a state that is truly ready. So I'm gonna ask you guys, what do you think of the latest Halo Infinite updates? From the start of the year to now, have you enjoyed the updates that have come to the game? Myself, I have. The new BTB maps, the new squad battle maps, even the Husky raid maps, all really fun. Even the new networking model, there's a lot to cover about that. We got the brand new anti-cheat as well, all really good things. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I'm actually very curious as to what you guys have to say today, but thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.